Okay, well, a question I should ask myself more often, I think, because welcome to the next project. Little 1984 Mini City E, as you can see down there on the door. Brown in colour, although it's very flat, looks more coppery in this. I think it's the, I can't remember, is it what is the interior? Houndstooth or something like that? Can't remember. Single centre speedo. Not sure whether the steering wheel is the correct one at this point. Someone else might be able to tell me. But it's got all matching door cards, matching seat covers, albeit the driver's is a bit worse for wear. Roof, pretty solid. Little couple of dinks on the top of it, nothing major. It needs a new front end. Believe it or not, this actually has, I think, 9 or 10 months left on its current MOT. But it definitely needs a new front end. Someone's fitted A panels, hasn't even folded over the edges, not even attached. Lovely. Nothing major though, don't cost too much. Not going to go heritage. Pattern panels would work. Don't know what happened with this previous extension here. Apparently the wing was incorrectly fitted and they've added an additional bit of metal, more so than to hold the bonnet edge, I believe, probably for the weathering, I should imagine, because you can see where the bonnet actually hits up there, which is a bit shocking really, but that might be the inner wing, might be slightly bent or something, but it looks all in the right place. Matching numbers car, little 998. Apparently it may have some form of different cam in there, but I'll be yet to see that. You can see it's had recently new starter solenoid, slave, braided Goodrich hose up to the master there. Fuel filter is black as the ace of spades, so that'll obviously need to be sorted. But this is going to be a full strip down back to bare shell, like I do with all the cars that I've done in the past. It's got nice AccuSpark leads. I'm going to change that to electronic ignition. It has got an LCB manifold with an inlet, which is actually, I think, for a HIF 44 or HIF of some description, because it's the square manifold, but it's actually got a little 1.25" SU sat on it. So whether that is 100% correct, I'm thinking the right thought that it's not, because I think you can get the standard oval shaped one on the inlet for this. But then again, I could just upgrade the carburetor if needs be to suit the inlet, as long as it's not overpowering for the engine, depending on what's going on internally to that as well. But yeah, purchased it today. Reasonably good price considering it's a Mini that's on the road. Followed it back home, wasn't too far from me. Tyres are all looking good, little standard steels. And then, I haven't really had a look underneath yet, but on the MOT, CVs are needing to be sorted. I think that one might have even come off, I'm not sure. Oh, mind you, it doesn't look, it's just a bit shiny. It's got yellow shocks of some description, I'm not sure what the brand is on that. But yeah, little rusty Mini. Another one. It's got some nice new bits. It's got new door mirrors, excluding the remains of a door to attach it to. It's got some nice bits here. So it's got a brand new water pump, but unfortunately it's the incorrect one because it hasn't got the bypass hose on it, and it hasn't even got the full spout to actually drill out, whereas I've got another one here which is second hand by the looks of it, which has one that you could drill out if you need to, but I'll probably, for the sake of 20 quid, buy a new one at some point. It's got a replacement alloy rad, not sure of the brand of that, I haven't seen anything on there, and it's got an original centre fill alloy rocker cover. I'll say original, but aftermarket of some description perhaps, unless it was on the Metros, I think. But yeah, so say it's been sat for about 3 months, not started. Managed to get it going after playing with a few wires under the engine and whatnot. So interior wise, I've already taken the dash panels out and I've laid them flat on the back just to try and let them flatten themselves back out again. It's got the perforated roof liner. albeit grubby. Might clean up. I think once it's fully stripped down and I've got it up on a rotisserie, I'll maybe switching out the full floor because it has got oversills. But surprisingly, inside the boot, besides it being a bit flaky on the paint, it's got a scabby bit there, but it's had a patch. Oh, sorry, it's had a patch just where the subframe mount is, and he's looking a bit scabby in the corner, but nothing major at this point. Obviously not too sure about the tank there, but I fitted a newer battery and cleaned up the terminals just now. But yeah, new boot lid by the looks of it, 'cause it's still got the old foamy packaging pads that get stuck to them when they're packaged up ready to go. But it's been sat outside for a few months outside the person's house before me. Now it's in the dry. Again, it's got a dink on this quarter panel down there, so you can see the dent is where that circle is there. Yeah, it's basic mini part places, tops of the scuttles inside and out. Not too sure on the floor until I've had a full look at it. But yeah, it seems to be reasonable for the, let's say, for the cost of it. So let's see if it'll start up. This battery's half dead anyway. Oh, there she goes. Just about. That sounds quite nice. So again, the exhaust system looks quite new. Not sure on the brand of that either, but yeah, here it is. Let's turn that off. And the big question is, why have I got it? And the reason is, this has sold. It's going. Ready to be picked up on Monday. It's been fun building it, and I've driven it a few times, but not as much as I first initially would have liked. And I've come to the conclusion over the years of building the Minis that I have more free time of an evening to actually build the cars than actually use them, unfortunately. But yeah, it's been fun, this one. Definitely a challenge. Let's say whoever owns it next is gonna really enjoy it, hopefully, and use it more than I did. If they don't like a few mods like the rear window, that can actually come out and just have a new panel of glass or pickup panel put straight in. Same with the lid, really. The full rear lid, if I come back, that can be unbolted with 2 bolts at the back on the inside. You can drill and fit the pins and actually have a full Tornio cover back on there if you really wish to. I say there's stuff on there that's been modded, but subtly modded, and can be changed back. So that's going on Monday. It's Saturday today, so in a couple of days' time, this Mini will be staying in here. All the surrounding bits and pieces will actually be coming out and living in here for a while. Give me a bit more space. I can fully strip this down. I've got the flat platform lift underneath, so I can actually lift the shell off of the engine and subframe, pull all that away, obviously get it back to a bare shell, and then go from there, and then make a list of metal parts that I'm going to need. Yeah, just a quick video really. And again, A314, you okay? Really like that. Something a bit different. And am I okay? Yes, I am, because I've got another challenge ahead. So keep your eyes peeled, and I'll try and do some more video updates on this one. A bit like I said I was going to on the pickup, but the pickup was like crazily a lot of major welding work needing to be done, and we just needed to crack on with it. So hopefully I can document this one a bit better. And yeah, follow on for more. Take care, people. bye.